Hello, this is Temporal, and now we have a full review going on. This is Brutally Honest Bandai kits, starring the real grade Justice Gundam from 2012. And let me get my hands on this kit, so even closer. So this kit took a couple days to build. It is definitely not out of the box. It has been panel lined, been top coated for extra security. And, well, there's other stuff with it. With this review, we'll be going over the articulation, how the build was, and my final thoughts on is it shit or not shit. Because there is some bad aspects about it. But here's the first parts about it, the build. The build was honestly quite good. The simplicity of the arms and the legs were pretty simple too. They were really fun to put together. The weapons, they're pretty good to put together as well. But bad part, the waist. More talking about the joint there. It's just a peg into a hole. But after top coating it, it got a little bit, what's it called? Well, it's more solid now, but it was kind of hard to put in there. Along putting the beam sabers into the side skirts, those were a bit challenging, but it honestly wasn't that bad. The shoulders, though, early grail grades have little clip-on shoulders, and they are awful. They're just fucking awful. But they look really fucking good, though. What else about this thing? About the build? The backpack. Let me just swap the Justice out for the backpack. We have the backpack here. This thing was so fun to build. This thing has a bunch of articulation on it. It looks so good. The blue part right there, that was I painted that because it was gonna be just clear. I also have chrome into the vents right there, along with panel lining. Panel lined every gray part with every white part on every suit, the suit on the thing, with gray panel liner, and everything else I did with black panel liner besides the yellow and the fin. But let's get on to the articulation of the mobile suit. So I'm trying to touch this too much, but we have the head on a double ball joint here. If it will let me, look at that, hardly. The shoulders can go all the way up like this. Arms can go, actually I'm not going to use this arm. Not going to use that arm at all, but it can go about this much, and can go about that much, which is not bad. This goes back down. Okay. It has a double jointed elbow here, which has separated armor right there. And okay, well, the rifle's in the way, but these two parts will move as well. I don't really want to move the rifle because I have to put it back together. Oh shit. So after that little technical difficulty, I'm keeping that in the video. It's kind of funny. Anyways, the cockpit can move open like that and close. Move these the other way. The side skirts can go up and down like this, and they can also rotate front and back. Front skirts can move up ever so slightly, and the back skirt can also move as well. Now for the best part, the legs. The legs are cool. They can move about that far and have a double jointed bend at the knee, something like that. Okay. Oh, I don't want to break it, but the armor panels right here will slide. Ooh. Yeah, it's pretty solid right now after that top coat. The legs, they have a toe bend. It goes down that far, and then these are just on whatever the fuck they are on. I don't have anything for it. And, oh, it's gonna fall over. Just gonna leave it right there. Now, for the Fatum, which is its backpack, we have these cannons, which move up and down and a little bit left to right. We have these little cannons, which move left to right and a bit up and down. The wings are on pegs, but they can just, like, plop out and spin and go back and forth. I don't want to move them, you know. I'll move one, but, you know. They move and twist and turn, you know. And the actual Justice can ride on top of these things via these pegs, but I glued them down since they were very loose. It also comes with an action base adapter for a action base 1, 2, whatever this actually is called. So that's that part. Now for some more downsides I found about this kit. The V-fin likes to fall off, so I glued that in place. And the knee armors, these pink things right here, they like to fall off a lot. But everything else, it's a nice kit. But I'm sure later on it's gonna be really loose over time. That's how they usually are with these early ones. I would say until Unicorn, good. But for accessories it comes with some variety of hands that I have laying around. I got open hand for this arm right here, a couple fists, and like the RG pre-post hands, which I have on the shield here because it's the only thing that's going to hold it. Speaking of the shield, we have the shield. It's basic shield, plugs in through a little peg in the back, and it's fully color separated. It can also move along its little track right there, but you have to move it. It's just a handle that moves, basically. Next we have, ooh, come on, there you go, the beam boomerang. We just undo this, and I'll show you guys. Beam boomerang. Yeah, I cut out the effect parts for it, but you know, it looks good. Next is, well, there's on mobile suit weapons like the Vulcans in the chest. Right there, you know, you can hardly see them, but next are the beam sabers, which are stored on the side skirt. You can actually lift that part up and they'll come out, and then you can plop them back in there. And then lastly, we have the beam rifle, which is fully color separated, and it looks very nice. Even has a clear part in the inside, which I also painted blue to make it look accurate to, well, what it's based off of, you know. And weaponry for the Fatum consists of, well, the turrets right here, you know. There's a really good reason why I haven't mounted the Justice on the Fatum, like without the stand, is it can't stand with the Fatum on its back. Literally just, it can't stand. It's really back heavy. And I kind of don't want to have it in aerial pose right now, since after done with this review, it's going on the shelf. It's going to stay there for eternally. But you know, it's a really good kit as of now. So my final thoughts on the RG Justice Gundam is it's a really good kit, except like there's a lot of loose parts on it, like as I said, the V-fin, the knees, even the little cuffs by the arms right here. These little cuffs right here. I had to glue those in place because they were getting loose. But I think I limited some of the hand motion for that, but that should be fine. Yeah, and the head likes to fall off sometimes, along with the neck piece right there that goes over the ball joint that likes to fall off. But yeah, it's actually pretty good. Other bad points about it: the shield connection is not that good. It likes to fall off. The hands. This should have been a left hand instead of a right hand. But, you know, 2012 technology. They can only afford one hand for the right hand, beam rifle hand. So, here's the thing. Is the RG Justice a shit kit? Or a good kit? So, my recommendations here is I would recommend you build this. It's a nice kit if you put the effort in. If you don't want to put the effort in, you might have a loose mess in a couple months, years, or days. The test of time will only figure it out, you know? What else? For stands wise, you'd have to use these types of stands, these little action bases right here. Oh. And it comes with a base adapter right there at the bottom. So we have to use one of those if you want to have aerial poses, but like can't really stand on its own. That's another bad point about it. So it has shit aspects in some cases. So I would say that this kit is shit. But if you put effort in it, it will be a good kit to have in your collection. Good for display. It's such a nice looking kit with the panel lines and the top coat. Even without the top coat and panel lines, it's still a really nice looking kit. So, thank you for watching. This has been Temporal, and this has been the review for the RG Justice Gundam, and thank you.